Yeah, the things are getting spooky here, and I've created this psychotic, grungy Pennywise look, and I've done this kind of look for the first time, so I hope you like this. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Please do it, show some love. I am starting off by applying glue stick on my brows, back and forth, and I'll be repeating this process 1 or 2 times because I want to hide my brows. And after applying glue, I'm just brushing my brows in the upward direction with a spoolie so that the brows stick to my skin, and then I let it dry. And after it dries, I'll apply translucent powder on it so that they are set in place. And after the powder, I'm applying orange concealer. I've used Miss Claire's full coverage concealer because I want the brows to be concealed and I don't want them to peek through after my look is done. Then I'm just buffing in the concealer so that everything is set in place and it's smooth, and then I'll set it with the translucent powder once again. Now I'm using Kryolan TV Paint Stick in the shade FS28, and this is an OG foundation for the drag artists because it's a thick foundation and it conceals everything, it hides everything, and it's a good foundation to hide the brows. So I'm just applying it and then buffing it in with the concealer brush, and at this time I was so surprised to see myself like this. I couldn't stop smiling, I couldn't stop laughing because I was so surprised to see myself without the brows. Then I'm setting the foundation in place with translucent powder, and you can see what a mess I've created. Just look at me, I'm just so messy. After this, I created this higher, angry looking brow with this black eyeliner pen, and then I filled it in with the brown brow gel. Then I went ahead and created one eye look, but after that I'll be doing the next eye look with you. For the eye look, I'm using this Kryolan TV Paint Stick as the eye base and then applying it on the eye and buffing it in with the concealer brush. Then I'll be using a lighter color concealer to clean my brow and then buffing it a little bit. For the eye look, I've used 2 palettes by Makeup Revolution. One is this chocolate and cranberry palette, and the other is Karmi Kiss of Fire palette. First, I'm taking this light brown shade to apply it in my crease. Like, you know, I don't set my eyelids with translucent powder because that is a technique that London makeup artists do, that they do not set their eyelids with any translucent powder to get more pigmentation. And I am just blending it very carefully. Hold the brush from back if you want a clear blending. Then I'm switching on to a thinner blending brush to pick the cranberry shade from both the palettes, and then I'll be applying it in the middle of the crease area. I was just applying it roughly and then I took time out to blend it properly. I'm taking this medium cool tone brown color with the same brush and then mixing it with the cranberry shade to deepen the crease and then blending both the shades properly. Then I'm using the lighter brown shade to buff the edges. Then I'm using this Sugar Cosmetics Matte as Hell Lip Crayon in the shade Scarlet O'Hara, and then applying it on the outer 3/4 of my eyelid, and then I'll be using the brush to buff it in and create a shape with it and create a elongated wing or winged situation with it. Then I'm using this angled dome shaped brush to add the black color on the outer corner of my eyelid. I'm applying it in a slanting manner. Don't go ahead with directly with dark black shade. I was taking little by little and then adding it on the outer corner to give depth slowly. Take your time blending the black shades properly, and then I'll be picking up the cranberry shade on the dome shaped brush, and this will ensure that I get the pigmentation directly on the center of the eyelid where I want it. And then I was just blending it properly. At this point, I used a clean buffing brush to blend everything in place. Now I've picked up this champagne shade to put it in the inner corner of my eye, and this is the only shimmer shade that I used in my eye look. Then I used this Nika I Am Black eyeliner pencil to line my eyes and also create a wing with it, and also I tight lined my upper waterline with it. And then I took a brush, a thinner brush, to blend this black liner, and on the lower waterline I added white eyeliner. And now it was time for face, and yes, damn, I was excited to do it. Then I used any moisturizer and went ahead and applied it on my face, under the eyes, on the ears, on the neck, everywhere. And then I went ahead and applied Maybelline's Master Prime Blurring Primer majorly on the T-zone of my face, and the rest that was left on my hand, I applied it on the outer parameters of my face. Then I went ahead and used my favorite foundation cum concealer, that is Makeup Revolution foundation stick in the shade F6. I have a lot of shades in this particular foundation, and then I topped it up with a lighter colored foundation. I had two options, like I'll be showing you. One was Quaker Aloe Essence, that was lighter, and the other was Swiss Beauty drops, BB drops, that was lighter foundation. I wanted to use a lighter foundation to give my face a spooky look. So I took both the foundations on the back of my hand and then applied it on top of the F6 foundation shade. And my overall purpose was to give my face a little white look, so that I look a little ghosty, you may say. Then I'm basically applying the foundation everywhere on the face and on the neck, on the ear, on the forehead. Don't forget any area that is visible. And then I buffed it properly with the foundation brush, and I went ahead to buff it in the skin with a beauty blender after this. You can see how I'm using this foundation brush to clean under the eye to give this eyeliner a little cleaner look. And yes, I was looking ghosty, so the purpose was fulfilled. I was really looking like a zombie. Okay, buffing with the beauty blender will give you a little cleaner, smoother look, and it will take away excess foundation. And yes, I applied a lot of foundation. I went hey ham with it. I went a little crazy with it, so I had to use the beauty blender to neaten my foundation. And then I mapped out the Pennywise look with this red lip liner pencil. I'm just smiling here, and then just roughly placing the pencil in place to create the face, the smiling face look, the typical Pennywise look. I was not bothered about being too precise with the pencil or too precise in the eye look, because I wanted everything to look a little bloody, and so that's why I created little patches of the redness on the eye and little patches of this pencil, little patches after this. So I wanted everything to look a little bloody and a little messy. So now I'm blending this red pencil with a smaller pencil brush, and after this I'll be setting it in place with the burgundy color from the Kiss of Fire Carmi palette. And now I'm taking a bigger fluffy brush to put the burgundy color on the red pencil to deepen this area. If you are planning to do this look on Halloween or on the next Halloween, I know this Halloween we can't do it because of the pandemic, hello. But if you are planning to do this anytime, please make sure that you take time to blend everything. The look needs to be a little grungy, but it needs to be blended. Now I'm taking the white pencil and then applying it on the lower waterline, lower lash line, and then applying, just creating a gap between the two liners, because after this I'll be creating another black line to show little deepness in the eye and hollowness of the eye, the puffiness of the eyes, just to look a little bit more like a zombie. Now I'm extending this black line that I created for hollowness, and I'm extending it to create another wing, the second wing for the eye look. And after this I'll be setting it up with the black eyeshadow and using the brow brush or any thin brush, angled brush. And later on I'll be applying brown brow gel again, or black eyeliner, pencil eyeliner, to deepen this line. Then I'm using this burgundy shade to buff the black line in place and give a little more blood kind of look and make the whole look a little cohesive, and then creating that little V area, or as we say, the bloody tears of Pennywise. So I'm creating those bloody tears with this burgundy shade and blending the black eyeshadow that we just had put in. Take your time to do all these steps back and forth. Then I'm again applying the black eyeliner, gel eyeliner, and deepening that black line. Now I'm deepening the black bloody tears and just going through all the steps back and forth, putting the burgundy, then reapplying the black. Then I'll be doing the same thing on the upper V portion that's on my brow. I'll be also extending it in between the portion of my eye look and the brow, and then I'll be buffing this portion with the burgundy shade, and then I'll reapply black liner or eye pencil if required. Did you just see that? That was the reason I did not set my face with translucent powder before, so that I get room for mistakes, and I can just blend any mistake in with my finger in the foundation that is on my face. Now I'm applying the black gel liner on the tears and on the smile portion, the center of the smile portion, and then I'll be outlining my lips with this black liner, so that later on my lips can have an ombre and a 3D look. And just carefully lining the lips, and then I'll be going a little ahead and a little bit I'll be overlining my upper lip, just like so. Now I'm using the black eyeshadow on a thinner pencil brush or a angled brush to buff this black line in place, and also to deepen the area and give a 3D grungy bloody look. Now I'm buffing the lines with the burgundy shade. We have to go over these steps back and forth to just slowly deepen the lines and just create a depth. Okay, during the process my brows just got faded, so I reapplied my brow gel on the brows and recreated the shape. I think after applying the foundation, my the arch was gone, so I recreated it with the brow gel, just like so. And now finally I'm setting my face with translucent powder with an angled, it's an a blush brush actually, but I like using it for all the purposes. Make sure you set your neck, your ear, your forehead, every area, and then I'm creating the neck cut with a black eyeliner pencil. This is from Nika again, the same one, the eye pencil that I used previously, and I'm just creating a cut neck with this and blending it with the thinner pencil brush, and then I'll be applying burgundy shade and the black eyeshadow shades, both the shades, to create the depth, just as we did for the face lines. Oh, I used Sugar Cosmetics lipstick again. This is a multi-purpose lipstick. I love this lipstick. I have multiple shades in this matte as hell range, and anyhow I use this red shade to deepen the neck area, to give a look of blood. And then on this, now I'll be applying the burgundy and the black eyeshadows. I did this blending work very roughly and very grungily because I wanted it to look like fake blood that is dripping everywhere, and then I'll be using a bigger buffing brush to look like dripping blood from this area, just like this I'm doing. Then I'm using the orange and the deeper orangey shade from the Kaale palette to use it as blush that looks like blood, a bloody brush. Wow, bloody blush. I can't speak, and I don't know how many times do I need to speak bloody. Anyhow, I'm creating the Pennywise nose, creating the base for the Pennywise nose, and also going ahead and contouring my face with this burgundy tone very slightly, because I want to fake the blood. So I'm doing the contour with the burgundy shade to look like blood, and then I'll be deepening this with a cool toned brown contour shade. See, this lighter brown shade will give us a little hollowness, to look like zombie, to look more like Pennywise, to look more in sync with a Halloween person, a Halloween look. So just creating depth with this brown shade, cool toned brown shade. I couldn't use anything deeper. Now I'm using this nose contour brush and using that brown shade to contour my nose. I'll be just doing it very slightly, and then I'll be buffing it in properly, just like so. Then I'm using a sponge, a wedge shaped sponge, to buff this in place. Then I'm using the red Sugar Cosmetics pencil and then mapping out the Pennywise nose, and then I'll be filling in the nose with the same red Sugar Cosmetics lipstick shade and buffing it in, and then I'll use a black eyeliner pencil to give depth to the nose. Here I'm setting the nose with the burgundy shade, and now I'm using the black eyeshadow to give shadow. Wow, black eyeshadow to give depth. Very carefully buff this black eyeshadow with the nose contour and make everything cohesive. And then I'll be using a white eyeliner pencil to put it on the highlights of my face, on the bridge of the nose, on the tip of the nose, to give a typical buttoned look, on the lips to give a little animated lip kind of a look. Then I'm just reapplying all the shadows and giving the final touches to my face. Here I'm applying the Sugar Cosmetics lipstick finally on the lips, and then I'll be using another black eyeshadow or eye pencil. I used something black for giving depth to my lip. Now, eyeliner pencil to give depth to my lip and to the smile. Just like so. Now this is the final step for the face, using this black eyeliner pencil to give the final touches and creating the final lines. After all the blending work, everything is done. Then finally blending it, giving all the final touches, the finishes, so that my look gets complete. Now I'm buffing in the black line that I created on the lips and buffing it in with the red lip to give a red and black ombre lip look. I really love black and red ombre lip look, or any kind of ombre lip look. If you remember, and if you have seen my Goa vlog last year, the vlog that I created last year. I created a Halloween a look in honor of Halloween, a burgundy look in honor of Halloween, and there I had to put this lip on my ombre lip on my lips. And now I'm creating this inner corner point with my black liner, black pen liner, and then I'm applying it on my upper line, just like so, creating depth with the eyeliner. Now I'm using the highlighter from the Wet n Wild 4 highlighter palette and using the lighter white shade to just put it on the typical points where I put the pencil beforehand, on the button of the nose and on the bridge of the nose, on the lip, to give a slightly animated lip look, and slightly on the cheek, very little on the cheek, and just near this triangle on the forehead. Yes, save the life of your mascara by swirling it around and not pushing it in. Then I went ahead and applied it and applied lashes, and my look was complete. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe.